What's going on, boys? It's your boy Max. I'm back again. A woman will test you 100 times greater on the body game. But not just on the body game, guys. Women will test you 100 times more when you're the elite man, when they can tell that you're good with women. And what the elite man is, for those of you that are new to my channel, is the guy who is in great shape, the guy who takes care of his looks, is doing well financially, the guy who has good habits and presents himself well. Because body game on itself is good, but when you can be the man who dominates every single aspect of life, that's when you truly stand out. But I guess you could say the dark side of this is that you will get tested a lot more when you put in the work on yourself. And I've seen it in my own personal life. Before my self-improvement journey, I was 125 pounds. I was skinny fat. I had an acne-covered face, right? I had tons of bad habits. I was smoking, drinking. I had different vices. I was chasing women. I was going out, doing dumb shit. And at the time, I had like little to no self-respect for myself. And so when I tried to approach a woman, when I had dates here and there, I got shit tested. Don't get me wrong. I got shit tested, but the shit tests were different, right? You see, when you're a man who is not in shape, when you're a man who women can tell like you're either average or even below average, they're going to shit test you, but the shit tests are going to come in a form of disrespect, right? They're actually just going to straight up disrespect you. And if you're a good boy and you actually tolerate the disrespect, yeah, she may let you hit one time and then like use you for your resources or the attention that you give her. That's why you see so many guys who are out of shape, right? With girlfriends, right? Guys who you can tell like they're average or below average as far as like their SMV value goes, but they have girlfriends. It's because they're tolerating disrespect from their woman. Like, I see it time and time again, but that's not what this video is about. This video is about how once you do put in the work, once you do get into the best shape of your life, once you improve your looks, once you master your habits, and more specifically, when women can tell that you attract other women and you're good with them, you have game, they will shit test you 100 times more. So just be ready for it. And I have a story to share with you guys, something that happened earlier today when I was at the gym. So I'm at the gym, I'm going through my workout, right? I'm focused. And I see this girl who I know. Now, she comes up like around my area and we lock eye contact, just having some small talk. And then out of nowhere in the conversation, she starts laughing. And I'm like, why are you laughing? Now, just for context, this girl's body language, even from like the day we met, right? The first thing I told her was like, oh, are you just going to keep looking at me? Because she's always looking. Her body language was receptive, right? Her feet were pointed towards me. Her body was facing towards me. She was like coming closer, but couldn't make eye contact. Like, I'm looking this girl dead in the face, speaking to her, and she could not make eye contact. She even pointed it out herself. And I'm like, yo, what's so funny? And she mentioned that she's seen my content pop up on her Instagram feed. Now, for those of you guys that may be new, I'm Max. I'm a men's self-improvement coach. I help guys with their dating and fitness life. And, you know, some of my content is a little controversial, right? And so she brings it up. She's like, yeah, I seen your content. I'm like, okay, cool, right? Unfazed. I didn't act like, oh, no, you see my content? Nah. I was just like, okay, cool. I was like, what video did you see? Or like, what'd you think about it? And she starts laughing even more. I'm like, yo, like, why are you laughing? And she tells me this. She's like, I find it funny that you're giving dating advice. And I'm like, what do you mean by that? What do you mean you find it funny that I'm giving dating advice? And she couldn't give me an answer. She was like, oh, some of the things you talk about, I disagree with. But, and then she kept trying to shit test me basically in that conversation. Like, the first half of the conversation was just straight shit test after shit test after shit test. Like, she was even like, oh, I forgot your name. What was it? And I go to shake her hand, right? She sticks her hand out. I shake it. And she's like, oh, very firm handshake, like trying to be more masculine, huh? And obviously we just laugh it off. But a lot of guys would be in that position, would be in that situation, and a girl would say something like that, like, "Oh, you're trying to be more masculine," and they would try to like almost prove themselves to the woman. That's what I did not do. I was just like, "Yo, what are you talking about?" And I just laughed it off, right? But with all of these like little things that she did within the interaction, I was just staying cool, calm, and collected. I was staying in my frame, right? I wasn't letting like the little things that she said take me off frame or like knock me off center. And she could see that because halfway into the conversation, this girl's entire tone changed. And she went from being like, "Oh, I find it funny that you're giving dating advice," to being like, I actually see that how that can be useful to guys who like aren't good with dating and like aren't good with girls. She was like, "Yeah, I do agree that men need to be more masculine nowadays, things like that. Like that's what you preach in the content, right?" And that's what she tells me. She's like, "That's what you preach in your content, right?" I'm like, "Yeah, something like that." It's funny because like her whole tone changed. And she's like, there's some few things that I disagree with. And I'm like, "Oh, really? Like what?" And she proceeds to tell me, right? And I'm like, "Okay, cool. Well, like, I don't really agree with you, right?" And I'm like, "But hey, listen, maybe some other time we can have a podcast and we can discuss this, right? Some other time." And she agreed to it, right? Now, this girl wasn't getting disrespectful. It was a friendly banter, but it wouldn't have taken this turn. It could have very easily got into disrespect if I broke my frame, which is what a lot of guys would be doing in this position. Because a lot of guys, we all come from some sort of, we all start from zero somehow, right? Whether it's finances, looks, attraction, whatever it is, like self-improvement is self-improvement for a reason. But so if you're a guy who came from nothing, right? You used to struggle with your dating life, used to be out of shape, like all of these things, and you really had to put in work to get to where you are now. You may not be used to these types of shit tests. It may catch you off guard. And so what you got to keep in mind is that you have to stay in your frame. You have to double, triple down on what your beliefs are as a man. And for me, I get it 100 times even worse because I literally make dating content, guys. Like any woman looks at my Instagram, she's going to be like, "Okay, is this guy really who he says he is?" And that's what she was trying to figure out from the conversation, because a lot of guys can make content, a lot of guys can speak to women, but when they test you about it, are you actually going to double down? Or are you going to break frame? Oh, all of a sudden there's a woman in front of me asking me like if I truly believe what I believe in as far as the dating dynamics go. And she was probably expecting me to act like all of these other little fucking simps that would just try to prove themselves to the woman, or they would back down from the opinions they publicly made. Bro, if you do that, if a woman tries to like challenge you on some of your beliefs and you start to break them, I don't care what the topic is. It could be even politics. It could be whatever it is. There's different ways to handle like different discussions, but you must always hold framed. If she can sense that you're trying to change who you are as a man and you have no like sense of identity within yourself and you're not willing to double and triple down on it for her, she's gonna get drier than the Sahara. She's gonna be like, "Okay, this guy is nothing like who he tries to be, right? Like this is all just a facade." Because she may see you, maybe you're talking to girls, and maybe like you matched on the dating apps, maybe you have some nice photos, right? She's like, "Okay, this guy's attractive. What's he really made of though? What's he really made of? Is he going to change all of his beliefs as soon as I challenge him upon it? Or is he actually who he says he is?" And this interaction at the gym today was a clear example of that, right? And I handled it perfectly, right? Handled it perfectly. I didn't try to like prove myself to this girl. I didn't try to like escalate the conversation. I was just like, "Yeah, baby, this is who I am. This is what I do. This is what I help guys with." And I could tell she respected that, right? Conversation ended on a good note. And hey, she may even see this video, but listen, what you got to understand is that when you do double and triple down on your beliefs as a man and you do like hold frame, some women may be pushed away by this, right? Because some women just want a man that they can control. That's just the way it is. Some women don't want a guy who is firm in his beliefs, a guy who's going to tell her what to do, a guy who's going to be masculine. Some women don't want that. Some women genuinely only date with the purpose of using the man for his resources and what he can provide. And in order to really get that out of him, the only way she can do it is by basically controlling him, making him fall into her frame. And you never want to be in that position, guys. You never want to be the guy that just like, she acts like she likes you, but she's just using you for your attention. You never want to be in that position. You never want to be in a position where you're just like the provider. You always want her to be attracted to you on a primal level. But that's only going to happen if you stay true to who you are as a man. You don't break your morals. You don't break your principles for anybody. Women, men, family, friends, it doesn't matter. If you have something that you believe in, you gotta stay 10 toes down on it. That's the only way. Not only will they be attracted to you, but they're going to respect you. And at the end of the day, there is no point of attraction without respect. There is no point of attraction without respect. Respect is what actually takes you into those long-term relationships. Respect is what actually allows you to build something with this woman. And so if you have no respect, what's the whole point, right? You're going to be with a girl that disrespects you. You're going to be with a girl that flirts with other men in front of your face. You're going to be with a woman that, like, oh yeah, he's just my work friend. He's just my, like, coworker there. The shit tests are only going to get worse if you tolerate them. And I'm going to make a separate video breaking down exactly how to handle women's shit tests, right? Whether you're just starting out and you haven't really done the self-improvement yet, whether you're a guy who's midway through his self-improvement journey, or maybe you're a guy who's already in great shape, already making the money you want to make. There's different ways to handle shit tests throughout all of those different levels in life. I'll make a separate video on that, but short video for today, but very important one. And if you're a guy who has any question about this, anything that I mentioned in this video whatsoever, just send your questions to my Instagram. I answer all my DMs and the link will be in the description. And if you want to work with me personally to help you upgrade your physique and your dating life, you want to work with me one-on-one, there's going to be a link in the description to book a one-on-one call with me. But that's all for this video, guys. Make sure to like, subscribe, and I'll see you boys real soon. Stay dangerous.